I'm a pit bull, and I approve this message.
Well, don't start the show yet. I'm still eating my chocolate-covered raisin. Oh, we on. Hey, how are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Conversations with the Pitbull Live. I would be Foster Corder.
Hey, I'm Danny Mason.
And together...
Where my applause at? I guess I'm just extra sidekick over here. Nothing but crickets going, huh?
That's right. About how it was this morning for me waking up, man.
I got to step my game up, apparently.
That's right. Well, hey, guys. Welcome. First of all, I got to say those prayers that I asked everybody to send out for Anastasia in Florida, you know, they worked. Well, you guys got some healing vibes out there. I think we got Cheryl Herker with us on the phone today. Is somebody else on the phone? Who's that? Hello? Is it my headset or what? Can I hear me? Anybody there? Okay, well, they'll have that together in a minute. But, Cheryl, you there?
I'm here.
Welcome. How are you this morning? How's the weather in Portland, Oregon?
It's really foggy, like pea soup foggy. But I like it.
Yeah? All right. Well, hey, it's foggy. And I think we have Regina with us today.
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
Good. So you just quit Skyping altogether, huh?
No, actually, I was trying to call the studio on Skype, and I couldn't get through. So if you want to try me back on there, you can.
I can't do nothing because I have no technical ability whatsoever. But Chris will get to that in a minute. And but we're coming off of some exciting news, huh? The show that we had, which we're going to make a special now. So anybody that was looking forward to come up as the Tuesday show, now you'll know about it, though. We'll have it posted on Foster's Animal World TV and all over Facebook. But it's going to be a special with the Wall family. Danny came in for that 2-hour show. It was, 4-hour show. But Danny hung for 3 of them. And it's such a compelling interview, you know, that we're going to do the CNN, special report kind of thing, you know, because these people drove all the way in from Texas, and we Skyped in the little girl, Traisley, and her father. And you talk about, everybody says, hey, I want my video to go viral. I want a video to go viral. Well, you know, we will tell you what comes with that, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, so I think the video now is at $60 million. I mean, $60 million. It's 60 million views. You know, so, we brought you the real deal, right, Danny?
No, it was really good to have them here and let them tell their story and hear exactly from people that were involved, you know, give them a platform to actually say what's going on, because like I think I said it during the show, like as an editor, I know I'm keenly aware of how to manipulate people's like messages into whatever it is that I want to get out. Yep. And sound bites and snippets of stuff like that, they're very easy to manipulate and to, you know, truncate to be able to have a specific reaction or a specific, you know, thing happen. And it's good to be able to let people, you can kind of tell when you give people a long format and let them start talking, you can tell what they're about pretty
That's right.
quickly, and you
Yep.
can see that they're really genuine. And seeing Taisley's dad, hearing just kind of some of the anguish and the heartfelt stuff that he was just dealing with as a result of just posting this little video. It was good and tough to hear, but hopefully, you said the Pitbull energy drink. People were gonna send him and his daughter to Disney World.
Yeah, I did a little spot, man. And I think maybe when we go to a commercial, I might be able to send it to Chris. Because I got 2 spots, little teasers that we're going to play for a week or 2 about it. With one about Taisley going to Disneyland and the family coming here.
Cheryl, you saw the show? Like, what did you think?
I saw the show. I was in the show.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. I was really glad that we were able to hook them up with Foster, and Foster was able to get him on the show, because I think their issues covers a lot of things, like people's concepts of pit bulls and people's concepts of how you have dogs as a rule. So it's a really big issue. And I'm glad that we're really delving into it, because we need to start being at least in the same book about how we choose to have dogs.
Yeah, There's also people issues as well. People with you got children and family services involved, and law enforcement and all kind of different things, and it's kind of that's what I was trying to get at. I mean, it seems like there's never enough time, but like trying to get to the root of like, well, what are the actual issues that are really in play? Like, where does this stuff come from? Part of it is the media, part of it is the dog issues, part of it is people issues, and part of it is just haters on the internet. There's a bunch of stuff.
Right. So for those of you who may not know and wasn't following the show and don't know what the current events of our little Foster's Animal World is, we're talking about the viral video that you may have seen on one of the news channels around the world. It's been on everywhere, but it's, if you Google 4-year-old feeds pit bull, 6 pit bulls, 4-year-old girl feeds 6 pit bulls, it will just jump off the screen and come up everywhere. And it's this amazing video of a little girl feeding 6 pit bulls in the kitchen. And Nina put it up, and probably within, one day, it had 10 million views or something like that. So it was just ridiculous, and this video literally has changed this family's entire life, with people, a lot of people supporting them, and a lot of people saying that the little girl was in danger, and how irresponsible that the parents were. So we'll be bringing you that, and we got to come up with a title for it. Is maybe like going viral.
Well, Foster, what really struck me was the video has caused all this controversy just based on what people were saying. But when Nina and Craig was on the show and was able to give us the background of, first of all, why they shot the video, secondly, how those dogs were raised, and that is how they're fed all the time. I think that lends a lot to explaining the video to people, but when people just watch it and then they draw their own conclusions.
Oh yeah, the behind of it is really the interesting part. And I want to update actually. I just got pictures from the walls at the Grand Canyon, and on their way back. I think they're back in Texas now.
Nice.
We may even give them a call and just check in on them. And I was talking with Ty yesterday, so we dove into it. So it's going to be a special. That's the bottom line. So what else do we have for today? We got Joe Trainer with us. Is that correct, Regina?
Yes. He's on standby.
And let me just say, Regina, who is Joe Trainer? Huh? Regina?
Yes, what's that?
Who is Joe Trainer?
Joe Trainer. You don't know who Joe Trainer is?
I'm asking you.
He is a dog trainer, obviously. He has 1pet1vet training facility. And Well, his pages are available here.
Okay.
Don't let him rake you through the coals like that, Regina. He's always he's trying to live out his
Okay,
fantasy of being
what.
a test proctor or something, walking around with a ruler in a nun's outfit.
That's right. Okay, you owe me 4 Hail Marys and yeah. Okay, so with the help of modern technology, Chris, are we able to reach out for Joe Trainer? Hello,
Can
Joe.
y'all hear me?
Hey,
Hey, there he is.
how are you, sir?
Very fine yourself, gentlemen.
Good, good.
Wonderful, man. It's great to see you. How's everything?
So,
Oh, can't complain whatsoever. But needless to say, thanks for having us on the show again today.
no problem, brother. You know, you guys are always welcome. Tell me, so, you know, you up in the new facility now, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Uh-oh.
And needless to say, y'all being Chicago natives, you know, we couldn't be more grateful for the what we call our new oasis.
Yeah.
And right now we're currently on a 88-acre farm, which is
Wow.
just 35 minutes south of the city of Chicago.
Right. What happened? We were supposed
but
to have
most-
pictures from that.
Oh,
Go ahead.
have you been able to see the pictures on Facebook?
No, I mean, I haven't been able to see anything but, you know, running behind Danny, man. Yeah, we've been trying to keep this little ship afloat.
Yeah,
And
that's his cataracts acting up. You know that.
You know, so
No, you said 88 acres?
yeah, so we gotta, and there's no way you can bring those up.
Man,
right,
you need
Chris?
an aerial photography
You can't
for
bring
that.
those
That's
up.
awesome, man. Tell us a little bit about the
Not
facility.
totally, we should have.
How'd you get
Absolutely.
into it? How did everything like kind of come together?
Well, it couldn't come together any better than what it did as far as those that believe in our cause simply offered us the opportunity to, most importantly, have our dogs be able to have, instead of in the city, you know, confined areas, but be able to have 88 acres of training. But just to have the rescue dogs out here, I mean, just totally changes the program.
Tell our viewers a little bit about you guys if they haven't seen you before. Maybe they haven't seen the other shows. Tell our viewers a little bit about you.
Wait a minute, you guys were talking at the same time. Try again, Joe.
Did he freeze up?
Joe. He's gone into that still mode. Don't worry, he will start moving in a second. It is, oh, see there? He just totally blew up. Have you ever seen a grown man just blow up? It's ugly.
Well, until we get him back, Joe's organization, 1pet1vet, they're training him and his partner. I'm sure he has multiple partners now that manage a facility like that. But they basically, they train animals, but they also use animals to help veterans get back on their feet and rehabilitate and go through some of the rehabilitation that they're doing.
You think they could help me?
I don't know, man. When was the last time you punched a military card?
I know, that's why I
back when they were
need
using
help.
slingshots and
It's been a long time. It's been a long time since the big one.
No, but it's so awesome. I mean, last time we talked with Joe, he was talking about some of the animals that our men and women that serve overseas serve with. Sometimes they're not able to bring these animals back with them, back to the States, and there's a lot of issues surrounding that. Let's see if we get Joe back. Joe, are you there?
Joe, can you hear us?
Yes, gentlemen, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry about that, brother.
All right.
Yep, you just blew up.
That's technology for you.
Hey, I was telling before you got cut off. Just tell our viewers a little bit about
Wait a minute, hold
what
that
it is
shot.
that you do and about your organization, so that they know.
Absolutely. Well, our organization is 1pet1vet.com. And what we do is we strive on the daily mission of saving that one dog that seemed to be euthanized and retraining, rehoming for our veterans as service dogs or companions.
And how long you guys been doing what you've been doing?
So it's an organization for 4 years now.
Nice.
And needless to say, it's one thing that fell near and dear to my heart as far as being a 100% disabled veteran. and simply relying on the fact of, isolating and doing all the things in which we do as veterans, but at the same time having a dog save my life and committing the rest of the time to having every veteran being able to feel the same love and compassion that a canine companion brings to each and every one of us, veteran or not.
That's awesome.
Yo, are you Skyping on your phone? Are you Skyping on your phone?
Yes.
Oh, that's what it is. You don't have a computer you can do it on? Because the phone connect.
Advanced yet.
Huh?
So we're not that advanced yet. We're working on it.
Oh, okay. Well, with 140,000 acres, I say sell one of them acres and get your technology down, and because 139 acres would be plenty. No, I'm just saying because
we never have any technical problems on our side.
Yeah, that's very
but
good.
But tell us again, man. How did the facility come about, man? That's such awesome news to hear.
Right, you got to the Brinks truck, huh?
Right. Like I said, we had a great group of investors that believed in none other than our cause.
Okay.
And were able to offer us the property.
Yeah.
Like I said, conveniently located just 45 minutes south. But, I mean, what we're able to do here is, once again, now be able to be a...
You get the picture? Oh, bring them over. Okay, you froze up again. So... until Joe comes back, what we're gonna do is, and I don't want to give Chris too many jobs, because he's already got 4. Can you put some dogs up and we get some dogs adopted in the meantime and give Regina something to do? Regina, you know about those dogs, right?
Which dogs? The ones I'm about to talk about?
I guess. There's some other ones?
You ready to hear the dog?
That's what I'm thinking, because Joe's Skype is frozen up again. So, yeah.
Okay.
Wait a second. Wait for Chris to get his thing happening.
Cheryl, while we're getting this stuff prepared, you're familiar with Joe's work. I know you've seen him on the shows before. Like, you want to give us some of your thoughts about, like, these service dogs and what they mean to, like veterans and maybe just people in general?
Yeah, we have an organization up here in the Pacific Northwest that does the same thing as what Joe does, and I've talked to him at several dog-related events. They're really great people dedicated to matching up dogs that need homes with vets that need dogs. And I actually had a really awesome experience in Costco a couple of weeks ago. There was a man in the store with a service dog that was a pit bull. And, of course, you know me, if I see a pit bull, I got to go talk to people. And and he saw my shirt, actually, which it says, "This girl loves her pit bull." So we kind of just gravitated toward each other, and we got to talking. And he was a vet returning from Iraq, and he has PTSD. And he said that the dog is just his life. It was a real godsend to him, and the dog goes everywhere with him. And it was pretty clear that they were like a bonded pair. And I think it's great work. And Foster, I'm thinking maybe we need to put a little word out. Maybe we can get a computer donated to them.
Well, Joe is pretty good at the donations. I'm sure that they don't have, like, tracks up in there and cameras everywhere, but yeah, we've done that before. We've gotten people iPads and all kinds of stuff for different schools, so maybe. But with us talk that, because that's amazing. It's been I don't know. Like Danny said, we have our own technical deal. So,
Hey, so Regina, I think we're ready. Chris has got these dogs fired up. Let's try to save some dogs real quick.
You got it.
Yeah, as well as, I don't know, should we give them a sneak peek? We got a major political consultant in the studio with us today, and they're waving their hand like, no, don't put me. But, we had conversations with the people. We recognize that politics in this country is a big, big deal, so we try to have our low friends in the high places, and because getting these laws passed for animals and animal rights and different stuff is important. So, we're not going to put him on camera, but we are going to ask our mystery guest to say hello.
Hello, Foster. Hello, Danny.
All right. So,
hey, Foster, but I do want to say something, though. You know, I normally don't get up this early, being sort of retired and doing consulting without a regular job. So I'm feeling a little weary this morning. I'm wondering if you have anything that can pick me up and maybe give me a little energy. Anything you can recommend?
Strange that you should mention that, Tommy. Oh, his name is Mystery. Mr. Mystery Guest. We happen to have Pitbull energy drink. Chris, pass this over.
What is he like when he's in an interrogation room? If he's giving up the info that easily, he's like, "What? Tell him your name and your social security number real quick, mystery guest."
All right, so we'll come back to the mystery guest, and we're going to save some dogs for a minute, and we try to get Joe Trainer back up in here.
Go ahead, Regina.
Take it away.
All righty. The first dog we have is Ringo. He's in Grapevine, Texas. The phone number there is 817-410-3370. Ringo was an owner surrender due to not having enough time for the owner to give him. He weighs about 48 pounds. He's very friendly with everyone and has shown no aggression with other dogs at the shelter. He's a year old, and he's in urgent status. The shelter will not adopt out pit bulls or pit bull mixes in this city, so if you're interested, please contact the shelter immediately and to get a rescue partner to help with this adoption or rescue. The next dog is Mojo. He's real sweet. You can just see him just laying there. He's very calm. Not too much more information on Mojo, but he is also urgent. He's in Pasco County, Florida. The number there is 727-834-3216. The next dog, I like to try to sneak in more than one if I can in one shot. So this is Lincoln, Brindy, and Patrick, and they are located at Douglas County Animal Shelter, Georgia. The number is 770-942-5961. They're all super urgent. They're in desperate need of rescue, foster, or adopter. Lincoln is the shelter's favorite. He loves people. The only girl, Brindy, is nothing but sweet, very dog-friendly, and begging for someone to show her real love. And Patrick, he is so funny. He sits at the front of the kennel waiting for you to show him some attention. So please go see them at Douglas County Animal Shelter, and they're also on Facebook. The next dog is Kingsley. This is a female. She's in urgent status. She's 4 years old and weighs 53 pounds. She's available. She's very good with other dogs and does not react to cats either, which is good. She's okay on a leash and very playful. She's very loving. The next dog is Paz. He is in Woodbridge. He's at Woodbridge Avenue, New Jersey. The shelter phone is 732-855-0600. He's kind of goofy. He can be a little particular about his friends. He doesn't really care for cats or other boy dogs. The girl dogs are okay with him. He's definitely a sweetie and looking for his forever home. The next dog is Nana. Love the name. She's at Vermilion Animal Shelter. The number is 337-366-0212. She's such a goofy girl. She's young and active, no manners, and she did not do so good on a leash. She might be a little rough for smaller dogs. She likes to play and jump, and she's very active. She's a very happy dog, and you can tell in her pictures she's got huge, cute ears. The next dog is Diesel. He needs tender loving care pretty much immediately. He's a male bulldog mix. He is approximately 3 years old. He was picked up in Trenton, New Jersey, and is currently available for rescue or adoption. He's located at the Levy County Animal Services, and the number is 352-486-5138. And that concludes the dogs for today.
All right.
Thank you, Regina. That was hey, I wanted to ask you, you were saying, I think it was one of the second or third dogs, you were saying that the shelter wouldn't adopt directly out to people, but if you have a rescue representative, is that common, or is it just something that's usually reserved for like pit bulls or dogs that they've assessed and see as maybe not that need a little bit more work? How does that work? I was interested in what you said.
Right. Rescue only means that no adopter can just come in and get the dog. It has to be done through a rescue organization, and it could be due to many reasons. It could be due to behavioral issues. It could be due to medical issues, which you'd have to get a medical waiver to sign, or it has to do with the area that the dog is in is a BSL area. So say there is a pit bull in Miami shelter, it will automatically be rescue only because Miami is BSL, which is a breed-specific legislation. So if you have a Miami address, you cannot adopt a dog directly from Miami shelter. However, if you lived in another county, then you can go and adopt a pit bull from Miami with an address outside of Miami. And this is the same as goes in many of the shelters that are BSL.
But you think it's a good idea, though, as well, for people that are interested in maybe getting an animal from the shelter to go through rescues, right? Like, it seems like that would be because typically, like, the rescues, haven't they worked with a lot of those dogs and can help you get a better assessment of how it would fit within your...
Well, most of the dogs, the dogs, when they go into a shelter, they do get temperament tested, especially if there's any hint of behavioral issues. If there's any hint of behavioral issues, they become rescue only. So they have an approved rescue that can guarantee that that dog is going to be properly handled and trained.
Yeah.
If you are going to the shelter to adopt a dog, any dog that's up for adoption based on the shelter's evaluation should be adoptable. And shouldn't have, has not shown any behavioral or issues that need to be addressed that they have noted. However, if I see a dog that has some behavioral problems and it's a rescue only, I would then, like on the threads on Facebook, if there's a dog available, they will look for a foster or adopter, but they have to go through the rescue to get the dog.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good explanation. Thanks for clarifying that for me.
Hey, speaking of looking for a foster, I want you guys. Do you know where we're at on the petition, Cheryl?
I knew you were going to say that. I was waiting for you to talk about the
petition. I know. I waited a whole half hour before, and maybe that was because I was talking about it all night long until 3 o'clock this morning. You know, when I fell asleep last night, or this morning at 3 o'clock. We had got it. It was like 999, because I think it was like, 870 or something. And I was like, give me, I said, any one person just, sign the petition so that I could go to sleep, and I call it a day. And so where did it end up at right now?
Well, I'm sad to say I've been so busy, but I'm looking it up on my
that's easy.
phone right now.
Yeah, I got it.
Looks like, 1,158 signatures.
All right, 1,158.
So we're not doing too bad, but we need to get to work, and the people listening on the show, live or taped, please go find that petition and sign it and share it with everybody you know, and not just the animal welfare community people. You want to share it with all your friends, too, because they're going to want to see this show on FX, I promise you.
How do they find it?
Yeah, and how do they find it?
You just do a search for FX, Pickup Breeder X. I just did it on my cell phone. And the first thing that came up was the change.org link. You can go straight to the petition.
And that's like F is in foster, X is in X-ray.
And xylophone.
And X, the FX network that brings you such exciting shows as American Horror Stories.
Foster,
so FX Pickup, like picking up, pick up a check, pick up the kids from school.
Hey, I think we got Joe back. Did we get Joe back, Chris? Hey. Are you there, buddy?
Hey.
Sorry about that.
You were dropping out.
Is it Friday the 13th or what?
Man, these digital airwaves are all clouded with little gremlins and little entities trying to stop our saving these dogs, but they can't stop it.
That's right. So what Cheryl said, we're going to have to get you a do some sort of donation drive to get you guys a computer. I said, well, he got 136,000. How many acres, Joe?
88 acres.
88. That's what I said. 146,000 acres. Man, the next stop is a computer. I mean, 88 acres is like so much land that the dog is tired. The dog will stop, sit down, have something to eat, pack his lunch, and start running again. You know, it's like that's a lot of land, man.
So you said, Joe, you had some investors come on board that believed in your guys' mission and helped you get the land. And are there facilities on there? Or are you just building them, or tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Absolutely, we have five facilities that are currently on the facility right now, or on the property. From housing the veterans to housing our dogs, most importantly. So now we're able to rescue more dogs for our veterans that are coming out. Like I said, we're averaging about 5 veterans a month right now. So it's one thing to where, we have to take our dogs that we rescue and, put them through our system, which is usually about a year and a half, depending upon that veteran's transitional issues, whether it be physical or mental, in order to retrain them to help with their disabilities. But the 5 buildings that we have are not only that, but once again, being able to house the veterans on the same property and being able to have them be a part of the system more than just with their dog, but be a part of building whatever is going to be coming to the next veteran that comes through our program, most importantly. But, once again, being able to be centrally located where we're at, and have everything in the surrounding area from the greater Chicago area, the region of Indiana, Maryville, as you gentlemen I'm sure are very familiar with, does nothing but help, once again, get our veterans here, that to the dogs and all the above.
So what is what is the process for a guy, veteran coming to live there? I mean, do you pick them? Does the VA pick them? Does you guys just walk down the street and see a guy holding a sign next to the freeway, or what?
No, we've worked hand in hand with the VA as far as becoming their program, as far as instead of what I call the VA propaganda, as far as giving veterans pills for whatever their transitional issues are. Once again, this is my medication right here, good old CT.
Yeah,
right.
CT's in the house.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
we've been able to become essentially their pharmacy, if you will. For now being able to directly refer the veteran to our organization. Therefore, once again, and that's across the entire country. So that's something that we're very proud of. But once again, being able to get the word out there to those who need it the most.
Right. Well, with the with considering the recent events, around the VA, I mean, a guy could do you have guys dying off before they get to you?
We haven't run into that yet, Foster.
Okay.
But at the same time, once a veteran comes to us, we jump on it.
Yeah.
I mean, plain and simple.
Have you guys?
When they come to us, it's dire need.
Have you heard any resistance or any? I mean, I'm sure it's a catharsis just to get everything to go through and whatnot. But sometimes there's geographical issues or surrounding community. Have you met any resistance with getting not only the land, setting up your program out there?
And what's why the donations? We'll see you later, buddy. Well, that's why donations are very important to our organization. From the veterans being able to raise their own funds to be able to come here, to simply being able to keep this great oasis that we have. So it all boils down to one thing and one thing only, and that's being able to raise funds for our organization to keep our program going. But with the VA, can you gentlemen still hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. But with the VA and becoming, once again, in no other aspect than, their pharmacy for the prescriptions that they write for the medication for these soldiers, or veterans, excuse me, is one thing that we've led the way as far as changing the service dog industry. Instead of just going to your doctor and being able to just write a note and take your dog everywhere, we've been able to set the guidelines, especially federally now, that once again, our organization is leading the way to be able to provide that content, but yet that training now to the civilian population, if you want to categorize it, as far as being able to help not just that one veteran, but also that one person that needs the same medication that I do.
That's really sweet,
a service
man.
dog.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Hey, Can you tell us, like, maybe one or two veterans that you've dealt with recently that may have either inspired you or taught you something, or something that's maybe touched you in a meaningful way? Like, just share a story or two with us.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, each and every day is a day that's that we're bombarded with great phone calls as far as veterans reaching out to us that need, once again, this help or this therapy. But Sean Grimes, a latest veteran that has just come through our program. And once again, you can check out all of our social media from Facebook to Twitter, where you'll be able to find their personal stories. But to answer your question, each and every veteran that comes through here, because each one differs in their own transitional issues, inspires us to change our programs from being able to now rescue puppies, for example, to adapt to veterans with physical disabilities, for example, and then being able to grow up. So as our program constantly grows, those little changes go such a long way in retrospect as far as what is going to help that one dog and that one veteran, plain and simple. And that's what our focus is on each and every day.
That's awesome,
Foster?
man.
Yes.
Can I ask Joe a question?
No, not at all. But go right ahead.
Hey, Joe, Cheryl from the Portland Pitbull Project here in Portland, Oregon. I was just curious, where do you get most of your dogs from? I'm assuming they're all rescues. Is it one local shelter, or you just keep your eye out for dogs that are available in shelters all over?
We do the evaluations for CACC, which is Chicago Animal Care and Control. So we're able to have the first hands, because what we also do, darling, is we also work with other rescues that, for example, Almost Home Foundation and Forever Rescue. So what we do is we're able to not only pull our dogs, but be able to do and have the hands-on first experience with these dogs. So every single day we're pulling dogs for rescues, but they all end up at one place only, and that is here. So I hope that answered your question.
The reason I asked was when Regina brought her dogs on that need rescue, Ringo, the first dog on there, is in a shelter that does not adopt out pit bulls, and it's rescue only. And I was thinking, wow, a lot of pit bulls could be saved by an organization like yours, because I have talked to people that do what you do, train dogs for veterans, and was told that she really likes working with pit bulls, and they seem to have a special connection with the veterans.
Oh, absolutely, because the pit bulls have the same connotations that us veterans have. I mean, plain and simple. And that's really where the bond comes into play, because you've been categorized, or once again, you have a connotation that's labeled on you as either you're crazy, or B, I don't want to deal with you, or, D, all the above, whatever it may be. But plain and simple, being able to have everybody here under the same roof, that's where the magic really happens.
Yep, and Joe, it's a real stigma if you're a black veteran with a pit bull.
And you actually are actually certifiably crazy, like my man over here. He's over here making the case real strong for crazy veterans.
Hey man, I was wondering about, you said you guys are the prescription that the VA writes. I was like, if you got a doctor that's writing scripts, I want to talk to you about some stuff.
I don't even know if they got any pills that can fix what you got.
Well, they can make it seem better.
Yeah, right.
So
that's all.
What your problems are.
We're real bad. Obviously being in Chicago, we have, it's unfortunate, but there's about 50 to 60 dogs that come by each and every day.
Yeah.
So, we like to stick locally here in Chicago and just focus locally as far as being with the dogs.
How many dogs do you have at one time, Joe?
It can range from 31 to 61.
Jeez.
I mean, literally.
Whoa.
That's why having this property is that great.
Yeah,
absolutely. Because plain and simple, we're able to save more lives, from the veterans to the dogs.
Right. So, and question being, at what point of the dog's training do you introduce the veteran? Do you have the dog totally set up, or do you get a dog from? Would a dog come directly from a shelter, and he just happened, you put him with a veteran at the beginning, or do you have a certain point that you have the dog at before you introduce a veteran to him?
Well, what our system is simply when the veteran shows up here at our facility, the dog chooses the veteran. The veteran doesn't choose the dog. That's really where the magic happens.
Kind of like Danny and me.
So whether it be a physical disability, right, and that's exactly where now our system kicks into play as far as, okay, now that the dog has chosen the veteran and they have that bond, now they begin the 8-week integration process as far as being able to train together, work together, and really be able to start their lives together, or their chapters, we like to say, in life together.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, that's totally interesting, because I was like, well, at what point? So the training is 8 weeks, but I guess my thing is because
he said it took about almost a year or a year and a half to get the dogs prepped. So I guess they assume they do stuff individually with the animals.
Yeah, right, that's what. So the dog. So you train the dog in getting him and rehoming him and reprogramming his mindset and stuff or whatever from that shelter shock and everything. So that's about 8-month process there, huh?
Absolutely. I mean, depending upon, once again, the dog and their temperament testing results and everything that we go through, just to get the dogs at our facility to, once again, that dog meeting that veteran, it's usually about a year to a year and a half that we invest back into our dogs to make sure that they are ready for whenever that veteran shows up. And then whenever the veteran shows up, usually about 8 to 16 weeks, depending upon, once again, how the compatibility is, how the veteran's feeling, how the dog's feeling, how the dog's reacting. I mean, there's numerous different, scenarios that we have that we go through.
Right.
But, stick it to, the KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
That's right.
It all lies with the dog choosing the veteran, which is something that, I could sit here and talk to you gentlemen about it, but it's just better to log on and check out our videos that we have, and it's really something special.
That's right. Well, one thing, Joe, that I wanted to tell you, that with the people that come through there and everything, are you familiar with the petition, the new petition that we have?
Absolutely.
All right, so you get, too bad those dogs can't vote, but maybe if you set the 60 of them up each with an email address, you could let them vote. So and we can use every vote we can, every voice, and every signature, because it's a television network, and, they respond to viewership. So we need as many people. And I want to think for a second. I don't know how many of you have taken the time to, do a signature and leave a comment. But there's like a lot of comments, man. And the things that you guys have said, I'm humbled. I got to tell you, thank you so much, for all the kind words. And okay. So we interrupt this broadcast for 1 second. Craig, oh God, Joe, did you see the show on Tuesday?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, I know you've seen this video, right? It was a viral video with the little girl feeding the pit bulls. Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I wanted to get your thoughts on that, real quick, because we just happen to have, I just asked to call in. We got Craig Wall on the phone from their cross-country trip. Craig?
Hey, what's up?
How are you? How are you?
Beautiful view in northern Arizona on my way home from the Grand Canyon. We just spent a bunch of time. I sent you about 150 pictures, so you ought to have a lot to look at.
Oh, great, man. You guys are still on the road?
Yeah, we stopped a couple days to look at the canyon and take the dogs. I think walked their lives. They saw the Grand Canyon for the first time, and when we got back to the hotel, the dogs were asleep before we were.
That's pretty serious when a pit bull passes out before you do, man.
Yeah, that's right. I ran them yesterday.
Yeah, well, we have on with us Joe Trainer in Chicago, man. He runs an organization called 1pet1vet, where he rehomes dogs from the shelters and put them with veterans who are trying to work, put their lives back together,
Right on, man. Having a dog friend is one of the biggest things, man.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to introduce you guys because Craig is on the road, Joe. So, and I doubt if he's going to be making the trip up to Chicago until all that snow disappears.
I used to live in Michigan City, actually.
Is that right? Well, if you, and I'm sure it will, because just like Joe was able to get some very kind people, investors, to help him opened this huge facility with 160,000 acres up there in Chicago. You know.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. You know,
right. I'm looking at some property right now. I wouldn't mind owning, boy. I can see for miles and miles.
Yeah,
and miles
what a Grand Canyon. I hope. You know, so, but hopefully if we get this tour this coming summer, you know, we get out there with me and Shorty and Danny and Johnny Ray and Paula and Cheryl and
better
Fred.
Call me. I want to go on
Oh,
that
yeah,
too.
you guys, we're going to have a bus, man. It's going to be the pit bull bus that's going to travel the city.
That sounds awesome.
Yes.
Awesome, man.
That's right. So, anyway, we wanted to hear your voice and make sure, because I hadn't talked to you guys, and you're having a safe trip back home.
Oh, yeah. We're driving through some absolutely fantastic mountains. I'm going to spend some time with my parents there, and we're going to head on back to Texas, and then we got to start swinging hammers again.
Okay, well, that's great. Let me ask you, did you get a chance to look at the video?
I did a little bit, but I couldn't put it on the laptop, but I got it downloaded now, and the kids are just about to pull the laptop out while we were driving, so we're going to take a look at it then.
All right, and you can call me back, and then I'll go ahead and launch this baby. So take care, man. Thank you so much for checking in. All right, Craig?
Absolutely. Love you guys,
Thanks,
man.
Craig,
Danny,
man. It was
I appreciate it. I'll holler at you in a minute, and I'm going to get off the phone. But y'all have a good show, and I hope it works out for everybody out.
Thank you, sir. All right.
All right, then. Bye.
All right. So, Joe, you saw that video? What'd you think?
Absolutely. Well, just like in the dog community, everybody has their own perspective on everything, from training to all the above. But, I mean, it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, once you have every connotation of a child, and then you have pit bulls, and the training that she simply being able to sit using food as the catalyst. But I mean, how beautiful is that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my personal perspective, but at the same time, it's for itself.
Yeah. Well, as a trainer, you know, it's interesting to hear you say, you know, because, and when you hear about we're gonna have this special, we'll put it on the air. You got to see this, man, because the family actually, you know, to get all of the information, because, you know, the Walls were the owners of the dogs. And the little girl is Nina Wall, the lady behind the camera that you hear. That's her niece. Mm-hmm. So she lives in Florida, and the niece lives in Florida, and the family that owns the dogs live in Texas. And she was visiting them for the summer, and they started out making a video as something to show grandma, you know? And
because grandma was scared of dogs and pit bulls kind of specifically, so they were saying they were trying to show a little video to send to her to show her that, hey, you know what, even our daughter can work with these dogs, you know what I'm saying? And they just posted it because that's the easiest way to share it with grandma, and then it just went crazy, you know what I'm saying?
And to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly behind it, man, is really, really special. You know, you got to hear, because, you know, we all, since the age of YouTube, you know, we all sat around and said, oh, wow, I'd like to have a video to go viral, you know what I mean? Well, maybe not, baby.
Yeah,
it ain't all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, the little girl's dad, Ty, he was saying, man, sometimes he just wished he could just take it back because he's gotten so much flack and you know, authorities showing up at his house and stuff didn't even, you know, the dogs weren't even his. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, you got 6 dogs here, and he's like, I don't have 6 dogs. Like, what are you talking about? That wasn't even here.
That's
you know?
right. And so anyway, so that's all of that. And what else? We need to take a commercial. Chris was swinging, letting me know. So we'll be right back. Hold on 1 second, Joe.
All right, you got it.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pit Bull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pit Bull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pit Bull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pit Bull Energy Drink. Pit Bull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pitbull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
All right.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
So, Joe?
Gentlemen.
Hey, man. So our bandwidth is like peaking and tweaking. So Danny wants to say some stuff to you before we let you go. But when we do let you go, we're going to play a little video. So when you hang up, stay tuned on the show for a second, okay?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, hey man, it's great seeing you. You know, Happy New Year. Haven't seen you since last year or whatever. Congratulations, our sincerest congratulations on getting the facility up and going. Absolutely. And you know, like I said, you're always family here. And if you ever want to come on the show or have something you want to share, or when we make it back into your neck of the woods,
that's right.
I'm sure you're out in the woods now, like for real. We'd love to come see you. So
that's right. And 4.5 acres is a lot of land. So. Absolutely, man.
So that was Joe from.
He's still there? Oh, he's gone.
That was Joe from 1pet1vet. You guys can check them out online. They've got a bunch of awesome videos and information to share. And if you're in that area, and you know somebody that's veteran, I'm sure they work with veterans from different parts of the country as well. So if you know somebody that could use a good dog as to help them rehabilitate themselves,
that's right.
Definitely get in contact with them. You know.
That's right. Is Regina there?
Yes. Yep, I'm here.
All right. So we don't have any more dogs, correct?
Correct. It was just 7 for today.
All right. So when I was talking about that tour, and I was rushing, as they say, and then I left you off that bus, but we'll be coming to your house. So
good, because it's one of my visions actually to go across country and bring awareness. So I hope I'm on the bus.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a bus load. Only bus trip cross country is more fun than going across the bus with conversations with a pit bull live is going on the Snoop Dogg tour.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
It's a little thing. So listen, what we're gonna do is I cut together a how do they say, this is the unauthorized version. We're gonna have 2 little spots that we're gonna play to promote the upcoming special, and this is the nice one. We're gonna do a good and bad and ugly side 1 too. But Danny hasn't seen this, so I thought I'd just surprise you guys with a little snippet of what's coming up. Chris, can you make that happen?
You want to eat? Look at me. Matt, sit. Look at me. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Hey, focus. You hungry? You want to eat?
Hey, Walls, your video just hit 30 million. What are you going to do now?
We're going to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, baby.
Okay, so anyway, so that was just my little feeble attempt, Danny, of kind of, we do a promo, so everybody can kind of get the vibe, and then the next one we do with sound bites, from Ty and Craig and. And let people know. So, because it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. And like I said, it was just wonderful to have them here and allow them to share their story and to try to do a little bit of something to put a smile on their face with some of the grief that they've received. Is awesome. And so, thank you to the Pitbull Energy Drink Company for. Hooking them up, bringing them out here, and also sending that little girl and her pops and maybe a friend or two to Disney World.
Yeah, they on their way.
She said she'd never been, and you should have seen her face light up. She was just like, it's like Home Alone,
Cheryl, Regina, did you guys see that?
Yes.
What'd you think?
Well, what I think of the video?
Yeah.
I just think it's awesome. She has a really intimate connection with her dogs, and they respect and love her. And there's a lot of this. You could obviously see the bond, and the discipline is just, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, they got another video that they're going to be putting up too, and I'm helping them set up their YouTube channel and all this stuff so that they don't have a lot of confusion and different stuff.
And you'd be surprised if you go over. I don't know if you've ever been to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, but there's some people sitting in those booths with the same attention as those dogs were sitting there waiting for that food,
waiting for that chicken.
When the waitress comes by with those plates.
As a matter of fact, I think
before she drops it, those people are staying at attention.
I think our secret mystery guest is doing Roscoe's today. Hope so. Yeah. So, we have, as we said, we're not going to mention Tommy's name, but we have a political consultant, one of the number one political consultants, at least in California, if not in the United States. And, again, we're not going to mention none of his names, but if you wanted to hire him, I think it's the Ross Group or something like that. You could probably find him. But if you're going to run a campaign in the United States, then you want this guy on your team, because that's what I said.
He's not too bad at making movies either.
Hey, Chris. Chris,
okay,
hit the button
Foster.
there. And don't put him on camera, but yeah.
Am I on? So Foster, if you're going to give me a referral, we need to get it right.
It's fun. Okay.
We need to say Pinnacle Strategic Group.
Isn't that what I said?
P is in Paul, I is in Ice, N is in Nancy, N is in Nancy, ACLE, strategy.net.
Let me see if I can find the right button.
That's his elbow. Don't reveal his.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Cut him off at the head. There you go. See, it's the real body. It's not me doing voices. Yeah. No, just tilt up a little bit.
It is in a green screen, though.
Tilt up. I can always black it out on the edit. Yeah, okay. So you guys don't look at your screen right now. All right, just listen to the voice, because you don't know this man. Because if you acknowledge his existence, we might have to kill you. It's like Mission Impossible, But this is Tommy Ross. He just happens to be my children's godfather, and just one of the coolest people that I know. And so, if you're looking, for political help, even with your animal campaign, all of our different people around the world who have, BSL laws and all that other kind of. Wait a minute, where's Fred?
Oh my God. Watching?
Oh, hey, you know what? That might be my fault. No, Regina, it's your fault.
What did I do?
Yep, but that's okay. All right, so what we'll do is we're about out of time, right, Chris? How much time? We got 2 minutes, 1 minute? All right, so
let our mystery guest plug something. If you got, I know
mystery guest,
many master plans going on.
Okay, yeah. What do
2
you
minutes?
Got to plug?
What do you got to say?
What do you got to plug?
Anything at all?
Go to pinnaclestrategy.net and you can read all about it.
That's right, because they give kids college training and political training. They bring kids to Sacramento and summer camps and all kinds of stuff. And I know I'm blowing it, Tommy, so tell me what y'all really do.
And we accept money. The basic thrust is political and corporate strategic communications. You want to get a message out there. You want to get a campaign run. We do video production, the whole gamut.
All right. So there it is. And again, forget that face. You never saw him here because we're not trying to get anything across. So, Cheryl?
Yeah.
All right, baby. We're going to have to hook you up with Tommy because, he's a political campaign strategist. And Regina, thank you so much. Paula Archer, good luck with the move and setting up the new house. We know you don't have internet, so you'll probably see this about a week from now. But we love you, and
I just want to thank all our guests for tuning in wherever you are around the world, and every little bit helps, just by tuning in and helping us get some of these dogs safe. Thank you to Regina for taking the time to find these animals and write such awesome perspectives on them, giving them some personality on their pictures, and thank everybody else for tuning in. Hopefully we'll get Fred Craig back from his private jet next week and see if he'll come join us.
Muy bien, and bye.
Later. Peace.